Hello and Assalamualaikum to our lecturer, Prof. MADYA Dr. SHAMHARIR bin ABIDIN. My name is SYAIDATYL Athirah binti KHAIRULNIZAM, metric number 273830. We are from Group 3 and we will be presenting General Electric Company Financial Fraud. I will be presenting the background of General Electric Company. The General Electric Company, GE, is an American multinational company. Today, GE is best known for its work in the power, renewable energy, aviation, and healthcare industries. GE was founded by Thomas A. Edison in 1889. GE's mission is we rise to the challenge of building a world that works. No other American company can claim a legacy of innovation as deep and broad as GE. GE has pioneered technologies that drive world transformation and improve the lives of billions. They also have covered GE's global impact in 9 different industries, highlighting 4 key technology transformations in which GE continue to lead.
Hey guys, my name is NATASHA SAUPE and my metric number is 273080. So now I'm gonna talk about the case of General Electric financial fraud. General Electric, or we call as GE, is located in USA. GE has recently been shaken by an in-depth forensic report by certified fraud examiner Harry Markopoulos. The report is titled "A Bigger Fraud Than Enron," and its subtitle GE's $38 billion in accounting fraud, and it also accuses GE of hiding huge actual and potential liabilities. In the report that written by Markopoulos, he said, "My team has spent the past 7 months analyzing GE's accounting, and we believe the $38 billion in fraud we have come across is merely the tip of the iceberg." Lawrence Kapp is the chairman and CEO of GE. He dismissed the charges against GE. He said Markopoulos refused to consult with company officials prior to publishing the report. This shows that GE not involved in reliable financial analysis, but solely in creating downward volatility in GE's stock so that Markopoulos and his undisclosed hedge fund partner can personally benefit. He also said that Markopoulos' report contains false statements of fact and these claims could have been corrected if he had checked them with GE before publishing the report. In the report of "A Bigger Fraud Than Enron" that written by Markopoulos, he said that GE would change its reporting format every 2 to 4 years. This is because GE wants to prevent the analysts from being able to make comparisons across time horizons. In other words, GE went out of its way to make it impossible to analyze the performance of their business units. From that statement, we can say that GE have a hoaxes to obscure the eyes of the people that they are actually doing a big fraud.
Hello, my name is Cik SOLIHAH binti Cik ISMAIL and my metric number are 273381. I will present about the Auditor Ethics Code. This is the types of Auditor Ethics Code. For the integrity, auditor has a duty to be honest, truthful, and straightforward when performing their work or business relationship. In General Electric's company's case, auditor rules is he needs to be confident to expose the fraud that has been committed by the companies by demonstrate the high level of professional duties. He should ensure that they have solid evidence, which is the transactions, to prove their statement is true, as another party will assume the auditors to take the advantage from GE's falling. Next, objectivity. Mr. Markopoulos' duties are to provide the quality of the audited financial statements. It is essential that auditor not compromise their professional or business judgment due to conflict of interest, bias, or influenced by other things. If the work are biased, then the audit opinion that issued by the auditor does not represent the real things to be reviewed for the users. Following to the financial scandal that arise in GE's company, auditor need to avoid conflict of interest. Because conflict of interest make he difficult to perform and fulfill the duties with fairness. Also, auditor need to be independent because without independence, auditor has no value. Auditor refer to the knowledge, skills, attitudes, values, and ethics the auditor need to make sure that they competent with their job or services. Auditors should have analytical skills through the obtained information to jump on conclusions of when, how long, and how company managed to hide the fraud. For example, auditors of GE found that GE will change its reporting format for every 2 until 4 years to prevent analysts from being able to make comparisons over time horizons. Under the confidentiality, auditor will get access to all the information about the company. He is responsible to keep the confidentiality without disclose the information to the third parties only if there is a legal or professional duty to disclose it. On the right, we can see auditor's role in the case of General Electric's company. Last but not least, professional behavior. Auditors shall not engage in any business or activity that might impair the integrity and good reputation of the profession. When auditor found any material misstatements, he cannot straightly express unfavorable audit opinion. Supposedly, the auditor should report to the management first. If the management refuses to correct it, then auditor has power to issue unfavorable audit opinion.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. My name is Muhammad AZIIM bin Muhammad ZOLKFLY. My metric number is 273674. Today I'm going to present about the risk assessment, audit risk and materiality under the auditor's role that can be implemented in the General Electric company. First of all, let's take a look at the risk assessment. You must be thinking, why is it important for the auditors to perform the risk assessment, right? The answer is because it is to make sure that the auditors understand the company and its environment well before performing an audit procedure. Basically, there are 4 critical components of risk that are relevant for the audit assessment. They are business risk, financial reporting risk, engagement risk, and audit risk. By looking into these, each of these risks has its own definition based on the component of the risk itself. If you relate the risk to the General Electric company, General Electric has been seen using their own accounting tricks to hide the fraud. If you look at the General Electric Power's annual report in 2018, there are profit margin of negative 3.0, which the value mostly come from the loss on goodwill, amounted 22 billion loss during the quarter 3. That is why, as an auditor, it is crucial for us to have the ability to do the analysis to make sure the risk that is being taken at the lowest level to provide the reasonable assurance. Next, we move to the audit risk. If you look into the General Electric case, according to the Harry Markopoulos, the financial fraud investigator said that General Electric company was able to hide the long-term care reserve because of its actuaries as independent as the KPMG, which has become the General Electric auditor for 110 years. Because of all are getting paid by the General Electric company, they will never ask about the General Electric's long-term care reserve. According to this case, we can know that this situation involving the integrity of the auditors and also staff which related to the audit risk. Next, we move to the materiality. Why is it so much important for the auditors? It is because the nature of the material misstatement itself that can influence the economic decision of the financial statements user of the General Electric. Usually, there are 2 indicators to determine materiality, which are material by size and material by nature. Let us take a look to the General Electric case. For the material by size, according to the report done by the Harry Markopoulos, the General Electric company's revenue, earnings and equities accounts keep changing direction so many often. If we try to compare the General Electric total equity from 2017 and 2018 as an example, it shows the material difference of 8.5 billion. For the material by nature, let us take a look at the General Electric company's annual report from 2016 to 2018. Based on the financial statement, the profit margin of the company are not remaining the same for the next accounting period. In 2016, the profit margin has dropped from 18.6% to 13.8%. Meanwhile, for 2017, the situation is also the same, whereby the profit margin has dropped from 7.7% to 5.6%. This repetition of misstatement make it material by nature. By that, I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is NURALYA DINI binti ROSEMADY. My metric number 268130. So, for the General Electrical Company, we must know what the effect for the auditor. So, how it affect the auditor? General Electric Company is an American global organization. For over 125 years, GE has imagined the future of industry. GE is the most popular for its works in the power, renewable energy, aviation, and healthcare enterprise. GE brings to showcase inventive arrangements that convey fundamental energy, medical care, and transportation foundation. They work with the most noteworthy honesty, consistent culture and regard for basic freedom while additionally diminishing the effect of our innovation and natural footprint. However, before the organization got popular on the world stage, this General Electrical Company organization has its own sets of experiences of being associated with monetary outrages in the previous few years. Harry Markopoulos, who is an American previous protection industry chief and a miserable bookkeeping and monetary extortion agent, found and portrayed it is an organization that possesses misrepresentation more noteworthy than enrollment. KPMG, who is a free review, is the establishment for dynamic in the capital business sectors, was the auditor of the GE organization on that time. Nonetheless, with the issues and monetary outrage that have been occurred, GE company settled on their significant choice to end. Attached with its auditors, KPMG, following 111 years was noteworthy. The only auditors who are profoundly trusted by the GE organization have dropped them instantly. The KPMG question is one of a few confronting GE investors following a horrible year. A mounting cash emergency brought about by incalculable awful arrangement cut GE's stock cost and desired profit 50-50. GE could even get kicked out of the Dow Jones Industrial Average. At the point when such a circumstance happened, KPMG was ended as auditor and GE organization perceived Deloitte as the following auditor for their organization. This had different unfavorable consequences for KPMG as a profoundly experienced and broad auditor. This adversely affects KPMG's ability to be acknowledged once more into any organization to proceed with their administration as an expert inward auditor. The trust by any organization in KPMG's auditors has additionally wound down, and it is hard to acknowledge in working the monetary framework inside the organization once more. That's all from me. Thank you.
In conclusion, General Electric Company scandal happened because of a few factors that can lead to the company failure. This is because the auditors of GE failed to carry out their responsibilities. They are supposed to follow the auditor's ethic code like integrity, objectivity, and confidentiality. This will affect the company reputation and auditors' position. Auditors need to perform their responsibilities based on the ethic code so that fraud cases can be prevented. Auditors must become more responsible and credible so that they can lead the company become more successful in the future. That's all from me.